Again.
Hi, Mrs. Thomas again with some art and creativity for Miss Jo and Miss Katie's class. I thought you'd want to see my dog. I think you've met Canella before. Say hi, Canella. Oh, she's doing good there. So she's almost 1 year old. On December 2nd, she will be 1 year old. And I'm teaching her to not bark as much. You can't really stop a dog from barking. But when she barks, I say, thank you very much for letting me know what's going on. And then you don't have to bark anymore. And sometimes it works. But the thing is, she really likes to chew. And so I'm going to throw her chewer across the room because we're done saying hi. And you want your chewer. Okay, here you go. Well, having you meet Canella brings me into our lesson for today because I collect dachshund things. And this is a wire sculpture of a dachshund. It's made from a paper clip shaped like a dachshund. Today we're going to be using our imagination and exploring how we can use wires and different hard materials to make some art. So I'll be showing you some examples of things I've made with wire. But first of all, I want you to go find your art bag that has this small baggie with supplies in it. This was sent home about a month ago. So please go look now for the supplies that were sent home in the art bag, and I'll wait for you. Okay, welcome back. Let's see what's in our supplies.
Everyone's will be different.
Everyone is going to be different because it's an imagination, and I wanted you all to have different materials for your imagination. I'm going to show you each one of my items. I'll take the biggest first. It's a pipe cleaner. Part of it is soft and part of it is wiry. It can really bend sharp, or it can also do all kinds of shapes that you'll see. The other thing I have is another small striped pipe cleaner. I have some beads. I'm going to lay those out. You have to sort your materials, and your materials can be round or square. They can be metal, plastic. This is a screw, and this would be something that would hold furniture together or be used in building a house. Some of you might have a screw or a bolt, but all of you have a large piece of metal to work with today. Let's see, we have thin wire. Here's something I found around the house that you might also do. This is a wrapper to put around the bread.
Twist tie.
Also called a twist tie. So for our project in the next day or so, you might find other supplies in the house. I sent all of you a button, something that we can invent with that. Here's a large paper clip. So what do you have in yours? Let's see, do you all have a pipe cleaner? Say pipe cleaner. Remember, it has to be on a hard surface. I have a tray. You could use a tray, your clipboard, or just the table, but it's good to have a surface so our things don't roll around. Let's see, can you say screw or bolt for your hard biggest piece? Say button. Some are little, some are big that I sent you. Buttons are often on your jackets or hats. Now this is a big clip. Sometimes we use it to hold a lot of papers together. What else is on here? Of course you know how to say bead. Say bead. How about the color? It's a lavender bead. Can you say lavender? So most of these things you would know in your kit. Now that you have your kit laid out, let's think about some of the things that we could shape these into. Now, I showed you the little dachshund clip that I had. Of course, I bought this in a store. It's very detailed. I could not make something like this. That's pretty hard. I mean, I might be able to, but I made this other animal as an example, and that is a fish. I took the wire I had, and I made the body of the fish, and then I twisted it. See, I'll show you what it looked like before I made that part. One thing about the materials I've sent you is you can reuse them over and over. So I'm untwisting a fish right now. And I could shape it into something else. I have a little closure there. I move the closure down. There. Oh, it's not a fish anymore. We're shaping it into something else. What's it gonna become? Sometimes when you're working with things, they tell you what they want to be next. And what I see that I wanted to make with this the second time is from the fish, and now I'm making a mountain range where it's three-dimensional. It's not flat anymore, but see? And here's a waterfall I just decided, with the waterfall coming up from that mountain, going down into the field and up another mountain. Just like that, we invented a mountain because I used my imagination. Oh, I could do all kinds of things with this because I could take another wire and I could, what could I do? Let's just try it with this. I'm going to add the paper clip there, and then I'm going to put these, like, I'm going to pretend this is from outer space, and I'm going to put this on there, and just like that I have made, do you believe me? I made something landing from outer space that has special ears on it to help, I'm going to pull it tight, to help control where it lands.
Or maybe they're antennas.
Right. So, and actually, I think I'll make it into a ball now. Into a ball. And let's try something else. Let's combine two things. But go slowly so we don't just smash everything together. This is a space machine that has landed in the snow in the mountains of Yosemite Valley, or any mountain that you've been to, or any mountain you'd like to go to. Come on. Well, it needs a ladder. So I'm going to use my screw here, and I'm going to wrap the screw around, and the little parts on the screw can be my pretend ladder. Oh, come on. I'll wrap it twice. I could spend all afternoon doing this. Don't have to be in a hurry. There's the ladder into the space. It needs a little more work. Let's see. I'll have it come into the first level of the spaceship wrapped in snow. The whole thing needs to be bent a little more. And then I need to bend that. A little bit more. A little bit more. Needs a leg over here. There. That's my spaceship. Landed in the snow with some stairs up the side. And you can walk around the spaceship on the first level and go up to the second level. Then you can take an elevator, which you can't see, but I can imagine it, all the way up on this wire to get into the scientific station where our antenna is searching for where the next storm will be coming from, or searching all kinds of things, searching for songs in the universe. That's a sculpture. That's one thing we can do with our package. Now, I got a little carried away on that. Thanks for staying with me. But what things are you thinking that you could make from what else you have there? Let's pause for a minute while you begin to bend some things and see where they might lead you. While you were collecting, I went back to this dog that I made. And the basic thing about making a person or any type of animal is that you have to give them a body and arms or legs or a tail and a head. I used some wire and I took some little buttons I had and I put the eyes in there. I know all of you have some aluminum foil, and that is something that you can rip up into small pieces and put anywhere you want on your sculptures. So that's how you make it an animal or a person, is a body, legs, and some type of head. What kind of body could you make with what you have? Here's another example. What's at the bottom? Something you'll recognize. It's my piece rock that we made a few weeks ago. And I took some of the wire I had and I made it be pokey. I made it stand up and have something different than just being flat, like that fish was flat. And then I found some fabric and I glued it on. So now it's a love rock. It was a piece rock and now it's a love rock. But you might look around the house for different things that you have to continue using your imagination and inventing things. You know, all of this type of material is hard, whether it's a button or a wire. And what we're doing is we're engineering new shapes and inventing things. And to engineer means to make something. So today, we could say we're sculpture engineers or we're metal engineers. We're designing. I'm just holding this thing. Look what I can make. I can wrap the wire around my finger, not too tight, but just kind of loose. And then I can pull it off and it's like a spring. What shall I do with my spring? Well, there's my paper clip. Now this is a flat paper clip, but what I did here was I opened up the paper clip so it's not flat anymore, it's three-dimensional. And I think I'll take my spring and put it there. Now, these are going together. I'm going to shorten my spring, but what do you think I've made? I have no idea what I made. But let's name it something. Actually, here's something I made another time, which is a flower. And how about if I make it a vase? Oh, doesn't quite work as a vase. What could this be? It's a helicopter. I've just decided that it's a helicopter. Yes. And it's full of people on every level of the turn of the wire, and now it's going to fly. I've got to attach it a little bit tighter so it doesn't fall down. That's a pretty cool invention. All right. So that's just from playing with these things a few times. I really hope that you'll keep changing the shapes. I don't want a helicopter anymore. I'm taking that apart. I'm going to make it flat. And I wish before I took it apart, I'd taken a picture of it. And that's so much what I want you to do with each thing you're making. You know, you did that on the picture gallery when you sent the color wheel. I just loved those color wheels. See all the different things that you made and how different they all were. And then I could share it with people that I saw. And I could show my husband and show friends some of the work that our kids are doing. And if you take a picture, we can put it all together in a gallery that can be up on the internet for our family to see. So when you take something apart, you can take a picture of the parts again, take a picture of the whole thing. You could take a picture of the next thing you're going to make. For example, I'm just going to twist this into a heart, a shape. There's so many shapes. You can do squares, triangles. Didn't you just learn the word shape? I think you had that on your spelling test. A shape. S-H-P-E is a shape.
S-H-A-P-E.
Oh, S-H-A-P-E.
All right, so don't forget to use the buttons and the beads and have fun decorating.
Right. Thank you, Miss J.
Exploring.
Explore.
Thank you, Mrs.
Thank
Thomas.
you for checking my spelling. I get nervous sometimes. Bye-bye, kids.